Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
To grip or seize, as in a wrestling match. A portable rectangular container for carrying clothes. The friction between a body and the surface on which it moves, as between an automobile tire and the road. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. It was an old briefcase, but it still had a good grip. A flat wire hairpin whose prongs press tightly together, used to hold bobbed hair in place. In Britain they call a bobby pin a grip. To render motionless, as with a fixed stare or by arousing terror or awe. An intellectual hold or understanding. A good grip on French history. The act of grasping. He has a strong grip for an old man. Hold fast or firmly. He gripped the steering wheel. Worker who moves the camera around while a film or television show is being made. To grip or seize, as in a wrestling match. The two men grappled with each other for several minutes. A tool consisting of several hooks for grasping and holding, often thrown with a rope. Succeed in doing, achieving, or producing something, with the limited or inadequate means available. A dredging bucket with hinges like the shell of a clam. The act of engaging in close hand-to-hand combat. An activity that you like or at which you are superior. His bag now is learning to play golf. A portable rectangular container for carrying clothes. He carried his small bag onto the plane with him. Take unlawfully. A place that the runner must touch before scoring. He scrambled to get back to the bag. A container used for carrying money and small personal items or accessories, especially by women. She reached into her bag and found a comb. Bulge out. Form a bulge outward, or be so full as to appear to bulge. The quantity that a bag will hold. He ate a large bag of popcorn. Mammary gland of bovids, cows and sheep and goats. An ugly or ill-tempered woman. He was romancing the old bag for her money. A flexible container with a single opening. He stuffed his laundry into a large bag. Capture or kill, as in hunting. Bag a few pheasants. Hang loosely, like an empty bag. Put into a bag. The supermarket clerk bagged the groceries. The quantity of game taken in a particular period, usually by one person. His bag included 2 deer. A portable rectangular container for carrying clothes. A portable rectangular container for carrying clothes. A portable rectangular container for carrying clothes. The friction between a body and the surface on which it moves, as between an automobile tire and the road. The friction between a body and the surface on which it moves, as between an automobile tire and the road. Orthopedics. The act of pulling on a bone or limb, as in a fracture, to relieve pressure or align parts in a special way during healing. His leg was in traction for several days. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. Touch, lift, or hold with the hands. Don't handle the merchandise. Handle effectively. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. He grabbed the hammer by the handle. Interact in a certain way. Act on verbally or in some form of artistic expression. Be in charge of, act on, or dispose of. This blender can't handle nuts. Show and train. The prize-winning poodle was handled by Mrs. Priscilla Prescott. Be capable of holding or containing. The flask holds 1 gallon. Be pertinent or relevant or applicable. This theory holds for all irrational numbers. Have or possess, either in a concrete or an abstract sense. She holds a master's degree from Harvard. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. The beam holds up the roof. Resist or confront with resistance. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. The prisoner is on hold. Lessen the intensity of, temper, hold in restraint, hold or keep within limits. Hold your tongue. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He can hold his liquor. Cause to stop. Have room for, hold without crowding. The auditorium can't hold more than 500 people. Time during which some action is awaited. He ordered a hold in the action. Have or hold in one's hands or grip. A crazy idea took hold of him. Organize or be responsible for. Hold a reception. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. Be valid, applicable, or true. This theory still holds. Protect against a challenge or attack. Maintain, a theory, thoughts, or feelings. To close within bounds, or otherwise limit or deprive of free movement. This holds the local until the express passengers change trains. Keep in mind or convey as a conviction or view. Hold these truths to be self-evident. The space in a ship or aircraft for storing cargo. Have rightfully, of rights, titles, and offices. Contain or hold, have within. The canteen holds fresh water. Bind by an obligation, cause to be indebted. I'll hold you by your promise. A cell in a jail or prison. Be in accord, be in agreement. I hold with those who say life is sacred. The act of grasping. She kept a firm hold on the railing. Secure and keep for possible future use or application. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity, e.g., keep clean. Hold in place. Support or hold in a certain manner. She holds her head high. Declare to be. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. Please hold a table at Maxim's. Aim, point, or direct. Assert or affirm. Rousseau's philosophy holds that people are inherently good. A stronghold. Cover as for protection against noise or smell. Hold one's nose. Have as a major characteristic. The novel holds many surprises. Hold the attention of. She can hold an audience spellbound. Keep from departing. Keep from exhaling or expelling. Hold your breath. Power by which something or someone is affected or dominated. He has a hold over them. Remain committed to. I hold to these ideas. Remain in a certain state, position, or condition. Stop dealing with. Hold all calls to the president's office while he is in a meeting. Take and maintain control over, often by violent means. A flat wire hairpin whose prongs press tightly together, used to hold bobbed hair in place. In Britain they call a bobby pin a grip. A flat wire hairpin whose prongs press tightly together, used to hold bobbed hair in place. Cause to be interested or curious. To render motionless, as with a fixed stare or by arousing terror or awe. The snake charmer fascinates the cobra. Attract. Cause to be enamored. Put into a trance. Attract strongly, as if with a magnet. To render motionless, as with a fixed stare or by arousing terror or awe. Pierce with a sharp stake or point. To render motionless, as with a fixed stare or by arousing terror or awe. Hold firmly. The limit of capability. Get the meaning of something. An intellectual hold or understanding. A terrible power had her in its grasp. The act of grasping. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. He has a good grasp of accounting practices. Fasten with a buckle or buckles. Fasten with or as if with a brooch. The act of grasping. He released his clasp on my arm. A fastener, as a buckle or hook, that is used to hold two things together. Grasp firmly. The child clasped my hands. Hold firmly and tightly. A small slip noose made with seizing. Hold in a tight grasp. Clench a steering wheel. The act of grasping. Squeeze together tightly. Clench one's jaw. A pedal or lever that engages or disengages a rotating shaft in a driving mechanism. He smoothly released the clutch with one foot and stepped on the gas with the other. A collection of things or persons to be handled together. Hold firmly, usually with one's hands. She clutched my arm when she got scared. Take hold of, grab. She clutched her purse. Effect. The act of grasping. A woman's strapless purse that is carried in the hand. A coupling that connects or disconnects driving and driven parts of a driving mechanism. This year's model has an improved clutch. A number of birds hatched at the same time. A tense critical situation. He is a good man in the clutch. The act of grasping. Take hold of, grab. Take possession of by force, as after an invasion. The invaders seized the land and property of the inhabitants. Take temporary possession of as a security, by legal authority. The FBI seized the drugs. take hold of, grab. The sales clerk quickly seized the money on the counter. Seize and take control without authority and possibly with force, take as one's right or possession. She seized control of the throne after her husband died. Effect. Fear seized the prisoners. Capture the attention or imagination of. The movie seized my imagination. Hook by a pull on the line. Take or capture by force. The terrorists seized the politicians. Cases used to carry belongings when traveling. Cases used to carry belongings when traveling. A worthless or immoral woman. The portable equipment and supplies of an army. A state of conflict between persons. Effort expended in moving one object over another with pressure. The resistance encountered when one body is moved in contact with another. Effort expended in moving one object over another with pressure. The resistance encountered when one body is moved in contact with another. Representation consisting of a copy, as of an engraving, made by laying paper over something and rubbing it with charcoal. A natural prolongation or projection from a part of an organism, either animal or plant. An external body part that projects from the body. A part that is joined to something larger. A double-pronged pin used to hold women's hair in place. Be on the mind of. A reason for wanting something done. In the interest of safety. Be of importance or consequence. A diversion that occupies one's time and thoughts, usually pleasantly. He counts reading among his interests. The power of attracting or holding one's attention, because it is unusual or exciting, etc. They said nothing of great interest. A sense of concern with and curiosity about someone or something. An interest in music. Law. A right or legal share of something, a financial involvement with something. They have interests all over the world. Usually plural, a social group whose members control some field of activity and who have common aims. The iron interests stepped up production. A fixed charge for borrowing money, usually a percentage of the amount borrowed. How much interest do you pay on your mortgage? Excite the curiosity of, engage the interest of. Induce into action by using one's charm. Have and exert influence or effect. The artist's work influenced the young painter. Shape or influence. Give direction to. A cognitive factor that tends to have an effect on what you do. Her wishes had a great influence on his thinking. A power to affect persons or events, especially power based on prestige, etc. Used her parents' influence to get the job. Causing something without any direct or apparent effort. One having power to influence another. She was the most important influence in my life. The effect of one thing, or person, on another. The influence of mechanical action.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.